Hello there, welcome to Swinging Steve's Bargain Beer Reviews. Now, it's a nice Sunday afternoon. I think the weather's going to get quite nice next week. I hope it does anyway. It feels like spring's eventually coming. Daffodils are up. We started seeing some other things come up, snowdrops and all that jazz. They've already been gone, I think, haven't they? But yeah, it feels like, it's summer's coming at last, and it's kind of it does make you feel better, doesn't it? Especially when you have a nice day. Sorry, I've just got a cut on the top of my head from picking brambles earlier in the garden. And I'm like, God, there's nothing worse, is there, than blackberry bushes? They're just they're almost like predators, aren't they, for people? Like, they wrap themselves around you, and before you know it, you're getting tangled up, and you're ragging bushes down, and everything else that's in garden, bits of stuff's coming down. God, they drive me insane, blackberry bushes. But anyway, so I went into dilemma. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, by the way, I do actually review beers and not just waffle on about how I get tangled up in blackberry bushes. But yeah, I was in a dilemma. What was I going to do today? Because I'm going to do an Aldi one. I was going to do their Aldi lager, but I decided not to because I saw this. Sound like Jeremy Clarkson then. I was going to do the Aldi lager, but then I decided not to. So yeah, I've decided to go for this Dartmoor Jail Ale, and the reason being is because obviously it's an actual beer that's in Aldi, sorry, that's not brewed by Aldi or somebody that brews for Aldi. It's an independent brewery. Now, what Aldi used to do is used to have beer festivals where they had tons of these beers. They used to sell them at £1.29 locally, or some of them were locally sourced, or just national real ales from different breweries, and they were fantastic. And stuff like Dartmoor, it's just quality. You look at that and you think traditional. You look at that label, don't you? And you go, traditional quality real ale, and that's what we need, I think, a bit more, especially in Aldi. Their own stuff's going downhill. It's going downhill big time. The Rhinebacker says, the only thing I think is that it's worth drinking in Aldi at the moment is their Steinhauser lager. I'm trying to think if I've got a bottle anyway. I don't think I have. And I'm struggling to find anything else I want to drink. I found this the other day, Williams Brothers Apollo Peach Pale Ale. The Williams Brothers stuff's okay. Yeah, this is still really good. Still good. Some of that's a bit iffy as well. I tried some of that the other day. It was okay. But yeah, we're going to go for this. So yeah, £1.50 this got, £1.49, just under £1.50. Let's see what she's like. I'm looking forward to this. Smells good on the can and smoke. So let's put her in the glass. So there we go. I don't like to read the description on the back of the bottle because I like to just find out for myself first and make a judgment. Don't say anything on the front. It just says jail ale. So we're looking at, it looks like traditional real ale. Copper coloured beer, that for me. Oh God, it smells great. It smells lovely. It smells like it's packed full of British hops, but that lovely malt. It's got a lovely, slightly nutty, bit hedgerowy, a little bit citrusy, a little bit orangey even. But then it's almost got like that slight sort of almond aroma that you get from British beers, I think. A little bit grassy. But then we've got the malts behind it. It's definitely going to be a malt forward beer. I don't know if it's maybe Maris Otter hops, malts in there. Oh, it smells great. Right, cheers everybody. Yeah, it's a lovely British bitter, this. Oh yeah. What we get on the flavours? Slightly sweet, slightly dry finish, a balanced beer, well balanced beer, medium body, which you would want. You don't want a heavy body, you don't want a big thick body on a session beer. But then again, you don't want it too thin either. So it's a nice medium finish. The carbonation's spot on. It's not being ridiculous pumped. It's not conditioned, I don't think. What we're getting on the flavour then? So slightly, you get this traditional Britishness. It's like this slightly turned fruits, slightly turned apple, slightly turned pear, sort of flavours on there. But you're getting a nice sort of biscuity, slightly caramelly backbone to this beer as well from the malts. sort of thing I could drink in the summer. It's got like a slight summerness about it, but you could drink it any time of year. Just reminds me of pub beer gardens having a really good cask ale. God, it's going down easy, this stuff. You know, you go somewhere where there's a lovely pub. You're driving around. You're driving to Scotland, let's say, and you want to stop off at a pub. And you want one of their cask ale. You're expecting there's good cask ale on. You know, you're paying the price. You want some good cask ale on. It says it's got the cask mark outside. You know, like they like to boast. It has a cask mark. You think, brilliant. This is the kind of thing you would expect to drink on cask and really enjoy. And I could imagine it's even nicer on cask, this. Even smoother, you know. But lovely flavours. Slightly off white head. Slightly tan, actually. That's pretty much everything. Got the carbonation's lovely. It's spot on for me. You're almost getting like a slightly dried fruit, and there's a slight sort of chewiness to it from the malt. It's that dried fruit and malt combination that we have in a ton of our British beers, that gives it that sort of slight chewiness to it, I think. In my opinion. My opinion is different to others. I mean, how I rate beers is different. What did I have the other day? That do you know what's gone downhill? This is going on a tangent now. I had this, thinking I got loads of this, thinking, oh yeah, I loved it last time. Drunk it the other day. Ugh, not nice. Tasted definitely got diacetyl in it. Diacetyl's a funny thing because I was reviewing the taproom stuff from Home Bargains, and I raved about that. I thought they were all good. I give them all like 8 or something out of 10. I think I give the AZ IPA, the session IPA, I gave that like a 9 out of 10 or something daft. And a lot of people said that that had been affected by diacetyl, but the thing is, sometimes diacetyl, it almost gives it like a butterscotch background or backbone to your maltiness, and I think, and this is the thing, like I actually thought those beers, the malt quality was nice. It almost like had a pastry backbone to it. However, sometimes when a beer has been affected by diacetyl, it's got what I taste is like a fattiness, almost like and I get that's where the butterscotch comes in. It's almost like a rich, not rich, but like a almost like a fattiness, like when you have like a fatty butter or something like that. Anyway, I digress. Everyone's taste palate's different, isn't it? You know, everyone's is different. But let's go back to this beer. This has not been affected by diacetyl. It's a lovely beer, lovely craft. I mean, this is craft British beer for me, all through and through. And when you pay $1.49 for 500 mils, it's bob on. Yeah, it's lovely. It's got that lovely fruit and the fruit flavours in this for me. You're getting little oranges, but it's actually like the slightly turned apples, slightly turned pears in a fruit bowl. You could argue there's a slight banana skin on it, but it's not like Belgian beer sort of stuff, you know, not like when I drink a Weisse beer or that's got like that really obvious like banana skin and rum. It's not like that, but you could argue it's slightly in there. Anyway, yeah, moreish. It's dry, so it makes you want to keep going back. But yeah, I hope everyone's alright, by the way, everyone watching my videos. Thank you for the support. I've noticed my subscriptions has gone up quite a lot recently. Usually when I put a video up, my subscriptions go down. So the less videos I put, the more subscribers I get. No, but actually recently it's been the opposite. So thank you for supporting my channel, everybody that's supporting it. There's been some good nice comments as well. Jail Ale. A full-bodied, deep golden brown beer with a well-rounded flavour and rich moreish aftertaste. So those people that are new to my channel, I do read the notes on the back after I've made a judgment myself. Yeah, definitely moreish, well-rounded flavour, definitely. A multiple award-winning ale from Dartmoor Brewery, which at 1,465 foot is the highest brewery in the UK. Okay, brewed within 800 metres of the infamous Dartmoor prison, using only the finest ingredients: hops, English malt, and Dartmoor water. Dartmoor Brewery has been, but Dartmoor Brewery's beers have been enjoyed by consumers across the southwest and beyond since 1994. What's his name? Banned Beers, Bikes, Reviews. If you're watching this, I watch your reviews quite a lot. Check him out. But I think it's Banned Bikes, Beers, Reviews or something like that. Big heavy metal dude. From London, bit of a cockney, you know. He takes mick out of Yorkshire people all the time, so I'm going to do it back, dude. Yeah, cracking. He knows his stuff, really knows his beers. He'd love this. You'd love this if you're watching, just up your street. And what he does is a bit of an ambassador of British beers, to be honest with you. I think this sort of beer is getting lost. Well, it's not getting lost because it's there and we're drinking it, but craft ales made everything a little bit murky, because what we're getting in Aldi is stuff like, well, this isn't a particularly bad example, but stuff similar to this, and it's calling itself craft beer, and actually it's just been whacked into a can, and it's not really craft beer at all. But I don't know, it's justifying itself because it's in a can and it's got funky artwork on it. This is just as much craft as it is there's a lot as a canned stuff, because it's in its own right. You know, it's pure ingredients. They're not cutting corners. They're not whacking syrups in there. They're not putting additional flavourings in. They're not padding it out with other things. Or hop oils and all this jazz. It's the real deal, and it looks like it's a brewery that's got steeped in tradition, that's got a lot of character, and that says it all, you know. Probably visit a brewery and it's going in like an industrial unit somewhere, you know what I mean. That's the thing, isn't it? A lot of these breweries, you think, oh god, yeah, steeped in tradition, and then you go and visit a brewery and it's in like an industrial unit at back of a factory somewhere. But no, this looks like it's in an old, you get the impression it's in an old building, you know, and it's got all original built architectural features and all that jazz. Anyway, I digress. Listen, this beer, it's lovely. It's spot on. But what I will say is it's an ambassador of good, true British brewing. And it's something that there used to be tons of at one time. These guys are another good example of it, actually. Although some of these beers have been a bit hit and miss, I've picked up, and I think they've been a dodgy production line. But Orkney Brewery, I think this is Orkney. The Isle of Mull. Oh, no, this is Isle of Mull Brewing Company. No, wrong brewery. The Orkney Brewery in Scotland. They're another good cracking brewery. The Orkney Red, really nice beer. So I've got any other bottles floating around somewhere, like really good sort of. Because what's worrying me is these, what you used to think were traditional breweries like Witchwood or I don't know, I'm trying to think of another one now, or Jennings. You think, oh god, yeah, but they're owned by Marsden's now. They're owned by Marsden's, and I'm not being funny, but Marsden's get the fingers into that beer. Or what are the Marsden's owned by now? Is it bloody Carlsberg or something? And they start messing up with the ingredients. They start buggering everything up, and before you know it, you've not got that original beer anymore, and people drink it and think, oh, is this real ale? Rubbish. And this is the problem we've got. Or not just that, but people that go back to it and think, oh, I've not had one of them for ages, I'll try it now, and they'll drink it and go, I'm not going to have that again. And that's a shame. It's a real shame. And this is a sad reality, I think, of modern brewing at the moment. And there's a lot. You go into the supermarkets, nearly everything's either under Green King or it's under Marsden's. Now, I would say Green King do a better job, but I find that everything that's brewed by Green King now has a Green King-y taste to it, and they've got like a certain recipe that they use for their beers or a backbone, and everything seems to flow through, and it's almost like everything tastes a bit Green King-y. But anyway, pick one of them up at Aldi. Support this brewery, Dartmoor. If you're watching, cracking brewery fellas, cracking beer fellas. Don't know what the brewery's like again. I've not been. Yeah, cheers, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.